Hello and welcome back. This is Xanthus with Xanthus Gaming, and today I'm going to show you my game in Valmod. This is my first time playing this, so I had no idea what I was doing, so I'm not nearly as built up as I should be for my 7-day horde, but I had a pretty cool idea for a base design. So my idea was to have a center T-type structure here, with area that you can walk down below. Then you have pillars to separate you from the horde. You have fire log spikes, which is a special trap in Valmod. That's the traditional wood log spike, but made out of steel and sets the zombies on fire. Then you have a layer of reinforced concrete with barbed wire on top. That'll slow them in between the two layers of spikes so they take more damage and you can shoot them easier. Behind that, a layer of steel log spikes. Behind that, another layer of steel barbed wire. And then as base blocks at the entrance, fire traps. And these are like vents that shoot out fire and set them on fire. So they'll be set on fire, walk through barbed wire so they're slower and they take fire damage. Then walk across regular steel while still on fire. They're basically like the log spikes, only upgraded all the way to steel instead of scrap iron. It's a Valmod specific thing again. Walk through barbed wire again to slow them down. They should be like no longer on fire by this point. But then they step on the fire log spikes and get set on fire again. And you're waiting right here to smash them in the face with melee weapons or guns. Or you can stand on top and shoot down. So I'll show you what this looks like in the game. With where I'm at, I didn't plan well enough, I didn't know the mod well enough to actually get the correct items. So right now we're looking at just regular log spikes with one layer of scrap iron. So I expect them to break pretty hard during the 7-day horde. But we'll see if I can fend off. I did choose the builder style in Valmod, which means I did not start with very good weapons. I did start with a iron sledgehammer, so that's going to be my go-to weapon, and the hunting knife I perked into. So you can see here I built my T, and then I have little grates that I can shoot through if I want. I did start with a pistol for a gun, and these are scrap iron grates which are able to be shot through. So you can see right there is where barbed wire will be, steel spikes, more barbed wire, fire spikes. And then right here, these base blocks will be fire base traps. Now if we're looking again at the diagram, I also planned out how deep I was going to dig the trenches before I started so that I wouldn't be wasting too much time. So the fire bases are dug 1 deep, the steel logs are dug 2 deep. I thought that was kind of important just to plan out everything ahead of time. So I'm going to wait for the 7th day horde here and make sure I have everything ready. I have food in case I get hungry. I have repair materials. I have a coat in case I get cold. Scrap iron and forged iron. Let's craft another sledgehammer. Do I know how? Oh, I need more forged iron. Okay. I have enough time, I think. It's going to be close. You know, actually, I don't think I have enough. I used all my iron to get ready here, so I don't think I actually even have enough forged iron to get ready. In the future, I'll be building a ramp here to get in easier and not have to pole up like that. And I'll also probably have a tunnel into the main section. So when you're down below, this is where you'd be hitting the zombies from. I'll probably eventually replace this with regular floor and make a tunnel entrance. I was kind of in a rush because I didn't know the mod very well, and that's why I started with cobblestone, because I had to perk through a bunch of different things to get up to this. I had to actually go through masonry on 2 levels before I could even do cement. And then I had to also do traps in order to even get to the log spikes. And I'm actually going to buy my 2nd rank now, which will unlock trussing and steel spikes. I don't have any steel crafted up and ready to use, but on the next horde day, I want to have these upgrade to steel spikes and hopefully have those up to fire steel spikes. We'll see how it goes. So I'm going to start just up top. It shouldn't be too bad of a horde just because it's a 7-day horde. There shouldn't be any crawlers, I don't think. Do spiders come on the first 7-day horde? This might be a problem right here if so. I have more steel iron grates, but they're back in my forge area. Hopefully not. If they do come up here, I guess I'll just have to kill them. Let's repair this. Do I not know how to make a sledgehammer? No, and I just spent the points I would need to learn. Okay, so I will use the sledgehammer until it runs out of durability, and then I will switch to the hunting knife. Let's start with the pistol up above. And that's the little prefab I hold up in while I got this set up. Okay, yeah, it should be good. So now I just have to wait for that to come up. I unfortunately don't know how to make a bow yet, so these feathers aren't doing me any good. I got another 400 or 500 in the base over there. I started taking off the roof up there because in Valmod you need to make these things called carpentry sets to even upgrade wood blocks. And I had to do a lot of wood block stuff in my underground mine just to level up and get perk levels and everything. So I think hopefully this setup should work even though I don't have my barbed wire there yet. And even though these spikes are just vanilla spikes, not very well upgraded. Eventually I will take those wood frames out and replace them with 1/4 concrete slabs and have a tunnel underneath so I can repair from below. And then I'll have the entrance to a tunnel over here, and then I'll link that tunnel over to my forge area over there, which you can see the standing wood pillar. There's a forge entrance there. There's actually another one like right there also on the corner here. I'm going to get rid of that one eventually and just go to that one. Spikes, tons and tons of spikes over there for when the screamers come to my forge area, they just kill themselves. So that way I don't have to worry about my heat signature over there. And then this is my actual horde defense. So it should be far enough away from those spikes clear over there that no screamers should come on horde night, hopefully. We'll see. Okay, it's getting cold. Put that on. Looking all epic in my hazmat pants and my puffer coat. I did a mixture of cooling and warming clothes so I could adjust my temperature really easily just by taking off one piece of clothing or adding one piece of clothing. So if I'm in the snow biome, I can just take off my kicks boots, which give negative insulation, and they'll warm me up. If that doesn't do enough, I take off my cool gloves, which warms me up. In hot days in the burning biome or the desert, I just take off my puffer coat. So, and I think that's actually, my tank top also adds heat, but my puffer coat's the majority of it at 30 insulation increase. Okay. Alright, so that's basically the setup. I'm going to cut the video here, and the second part, if you want to watch it, should be on my YouTube channel as well, and that will be the actual horde defense. I'm just going to split it into two parts to make it a little bit easier to render in and just make it a little bit shorter in time frame. If you like the channel and you're liking what you see, please hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you for part 2 hopefully.